Hi guys, it's 2022. How was your day? Today I'm going to talk about how to buy your first freehold property in Thailand. But before we go to check it out, I would like to share with you some of my story with my Russian customer. Let's see how this Russian buyer have done a good job with some of his asset allocation a long time ago. This time traveling back to the year 2015, I will start a new real estate career in Pattaya city as a salesperson. Yes, Pattaya, Thailand, a charming universe. Here, I got to add on one new slogan. Pattaya is a heaven on earth for good guy and bad guy, okay? Good guy, hey, heaven don't have much thing to do. Pattaya is more fun paradise. And you good guy, you are welcome here too. Okay, we will not talk too much about the fun thing on Pattaya. We just focus on the real estate, okay? 2015, the real estate market in Pattaya was very quiet because the main buyer have just left the market and seems no way to come back. And yes, they are the Russian buyer. Russian financial crisis in 2014 to 2016, the ruble decreasing the value nearly 50%. Before 2014, the exchange rate of the 1 ruble to 1 Thai baht are almost the same, and ruble a little bit more stronger. And after the crisis, 1 ruble equal to 0.5 baht, 50% off the value, which means the pre-sale property that a Russian buyer had bought before the crisis, for example, the condominium price of 1 million baht. After the construction completed, in year 2015, the Russian buyer had to pay 2 million ruble to transfer the ownership. So no wonder the time I worked as a salesperson in Pattaya, I saw zero Russian customers until one day, one Russian customer walked into my project. Let me greeting this new customer, okay? สวัสดีค่ะ Hello. No hello. Привет. Okay. Привет. Привет. He continuously bought 4 units with me. His first purchase a 2-bedroom unit, the sizing around 70 square meters. He bought 2 units, one for himself and one for his best friend for a holiday home. Moscow is freezing during the winter time. He said he likes sunshine in Thailand. Okay, at least I know he's not a vampire. And a month later, he come back. He bought another 1-bedroom unit for his elder daughter who studied at the international school in Pattaya. And a year later, he come back again. And because his family was very happy to live in the property, so they have a need to buy a bigger unit for more space, So he go for the 3-bedroom unit this time. The sizing around 120 square meters. And of course, the property itself was very good. And during the market downturn, he actually get a very good price as well. But I don't understand why he buy too much. I asking him. He told me, Mickey is my name. Told me, Mickey, US dollar too much, no good. And yes, he pay with the US dollar most of the time, and he seems not hold too much ruble. And now come back to 2022. Russia and the Ukraine are now fighting, The ruble crashed, almost nothing left recently. But at the same time, the real estate price in Thailand has no gain due to many factors like pandemic, economic recession, high inflation, whatever. But compared with the Russian situation right now, Thailand is still okay, right? But for this Russian buyer, he seems a lucky guy. At least he had allocated some of his assets overseas a long time ago, not just before the crisis started. When facing to the crisis, humans are tiny, just like you and me. Imagine we work the whole life and our only currency, Thai baht, ruble, decreasing the value overnight. That could be another tragedy. We have seen many currency crash in the history. Maybe the next crash could be the US dollar. Well, there could be problem for everybody. Any Indian friend watching? I have a question. When your Prime Minister announced, let's start from some midnight, your ruby of 1,000 banknote of the Mahatma Gandhi series will not be accepted for legal tender. What did you do, my friend, that time? I'm curious. Well, it's already too late, right, to do something. Okay, it seems like we cannot avoid crisis happen, but we can avoid the money in our pocket depreciated, right? And you know what? Since the Russian buyer have left the Pattaya real estate market in 2015, they're raising up a new gang. And yes, they are the Chinese from the mainland China. If you understand the real estate, you know the market had its own cycle. In my story, 2015, the market was very quiet. I was just sitting in the sales office every day and slept the mosquito day by day. And 2016, we were getting busier. And 2017, the sales office was very busy. Many transactions every day. And 2018, we call it peak season. I remember the year 2018. Thai developer launched new project over the country like crazy, pushing the supply to another new high. And the selling price has significantly rising. And bunch of number of Thai buyer, foreign buyer, especially Chinese, flood into the market like a bee. But hold on, the morning sun never lasts too long. 2019, Corona say hello to the world. Thailand real estate market movement has slowed down since then and is now waiting to the next activate. And for me, I sold my first condominium in Bangkok in 2017 when the market was prosperous. And I bought in 2 more properties at the end of 2020 and the beginning of 2021 when the market was hungry like a walking dead, zombie hungry. Which means I can negotiate for the very good price. How your real estate investment is making a profit is how much you save when you buy, not how much you earn after you sold. Now we are in 2022. What I can see in Thailand real estate market this year is people are panicking and trying to sell their property. Although they know it's not a good timing of selling but buying. Here you can see most of people are brave to jump into a hot market, but scared to take action when the market is frozen. It's like you do things alone, maybe you have no friend, but if you follow others, at least you have some friend. Well, maybe this is one of the gap between speculator and the investor. In the investment world, the investor's mindset is the key factor that will resolve your portfolio. The cognitive error or emotional biases can impact your decision making. If you are checking this video now, which means you are seeking to allocate your wealth somewhere. So, if you're interested about investment in Thailand real estate market, my next 8-minute video are just for you.
First, as a non-Thai passport holder, get your passport ready. You can buy a property in Thailand with your own name, but only for the condominium. The property which equipped with a piece of land like houses or townhouse, you cannot buy with your passport, but register a company. My next video will talk about how to buy a house. Remember to subscribe me. When we talk about condominium proof of title, we have 2 different types of ownership. It's leasehold and freehold. Freehold ownership is what we're going to talk about today. For the kind of freehold properties, we have a few options like pre-sale, new completion, second-hand, bank foreclosure, auction property from Thailand Legal Exclusion Department. Pre-sale property is you buy today and the construction will finish 2 or 3 years later or never finish. A foreclosure property is a bit more complicated unless you are already an expert in buying Thailand property. It may look like a very good price, but believe me, you may need to put more money to fix it if unlucky. So for now, the property which urged to sell is those completion project and the second-hand property. Why is urged to sell? As you know, real estate is high leverage. The developer need to drain the inventory for some cash flow to pay back the loan, same as some Thai seller need to clearance their mortgage during the economic depression. So you will have many choices to pick up from the first-hand or second-hand market. You can visit the actual location, see the interior, the view from the unit, check the common area, feel the atmosphere, and more importantly, they are still accept for the negotiation, and you just need to bargain. So today, we're going to talk about the new completion project and the second-hand property. Here is 5 steps how to buy your first freehold property in Thailand. Step 1. Research online and do some actual site survey by yourself. You may find a positive or negative story online, but don't worry, there's always 2 sides in one thing. The fixed mindset of other people may not be applied to your situation. It's better to live with the growth mindset. And doesn't matter how your agent or salesperson or the legal advisor tell you, please double check if possible. So keep researching is important. Step 2. Bargain as much as you can. Doesn't matter you buy a first-hand or second-hand properties. Keep in mind that Thailand real estate market is not booming anytime soon. It's still your golden time of buying. Real estate is high investment and low liquidity. In crypto or stock investment, we know have to wait for the proper timing to jump in. In real estate, you don't have much candlestick chart to stare at the market, but you have a magic tool to use is your negotiation power. In 2022, your tool is still powerful, especially in the second-hand property market. If one seller didn't agree your barbarian offer, no worry. Next seller is queuing for you. Here, my advice is not just looking for the cheap price, but all the property's condition. Good location, good management, good view, and the comfort unit layout is important to consider too, as it will be helpful for resell your property in the future. Step 3. Sign the reservation. Once you agree to buy the property, the seller and the buyer will go for a small amount of deposit, like 20k, 50k, 100k. We call it booking or reservation. But remember, if you are not so sure you really want to buy this property or not, don't pay any booking fee. Normally, the developer or the seller didn't have the refund policy unless both sides have specified the fulfilled condition in the black and white paper. If you have already bargaining a lot, which means you really want to get the assets, and if you change your mind, the deposit will be confiscated. Here, the very important message is you got to think about the payment condition and timeline of transfer ownership before you sign any reservation paper in Thailand. Make sure you can execute your promise with a specific time. Remember, the completion property is fast pay and fast transfer ownership. Your cash is a king. The more discount you get, the shorter time you got to pay off. Beside the property price, in this step, you will be informed of the extra fee, which will add to the transfer ownership date, like sinking fund, common fee, water and electricity meter installation fee, land office transfer tax, etc. But for the new completion project, those fees, usually the developer will cover it as a promotion. If the developer didn't include this promotion for you, force them to give it to you. Also, if you still have time, the completion project will let you inspect the unit. If you see any defect, you can ask them to fix it. Normally, the new project will have a warranty period of 1 or 2 years. Or if you buy a second-hand property, you can request fixing or negotiation some housing condition too. Step 4. Sign the sale and purchasing agreement. In this step, you will need to pay partly or 100% full payment of the property price. Depend on your agreement. Signing contract in Thailand means you deliver payment to exchange the original contract. For the completion project, what seller expecting is fast get pay and fast transfer ownership to you. Before you pay big amount of money, of course you need to see the agreement. But for most of the developers, their agreement is the same pattern and should contain Thai and English translation, which means your agreement is the same as other buyers, just different name, different unit and price. So you may not be able to change most of the content. And you don't need to hire any legal advisor if you choose the well-known listed real estate company. Thai developers are pretty care about their reputation. If you deal with a second-hand property, you may need a legal advisor or your agent can be helpful to draft the sale and purchasing agreement. Here, the most mistake people usually make, as I can see, is not the agreement itself, but it's the money transfer paperwork. In this step, your agent or salesperson will give you the instruction before you make money transfer from overseas. The remittance purpose need to note down by the property. You can transfer any currency from your homeland, US dollar, euro, Hong Kong dollar, Japanese yen. Whatever currency you transfer from the origin destination must not exchange to Thai baht. Your forex will be converted automatically to Thai baht when switched to Thai bank. This process we call it foreign exchange transaction (FET). This is one of the paper you need to prove to the land office during the transfer ownership. The use of this paper is to clarify your source of income, not from the money laundering. Here, one annoying thing. Still remember the booking fee you pay from the beginning? As the FET paper must show 100% of the purchasing price, same as the agreement, which means your property costs 1 million baht. You had already paid the booking fee of 50k. You can't just transfer 950k. You need to transfer forex estimate of 1 million baht. The amount you transfer can be more than the agreement price, but cannot be less. For the extra transfer, the developer will refund you later, and you will be the one who pay the bank fee. Here we talk a little bit about Thai bank account. You will not be able to open a Thai bank account with your reservation paper, but you can open a bank account with your sale and purchasing agreement. If you purchase a brand new property from the developer, no worry, you can just transfer your money into the developer accounts directly. They are safe. But in the case that you buy a second-hand property from a normal people like you and me, please try to draft the agreement and open the bank account with your own name before you send money. You can pay the seller with the account payee check at the land office after the seller has successfully transferred the property to your name. I mention this because some buyers don't have too much time left in Thailand, and sometimes the agreement takes time to process. Last in this step, whatever the money is transferred to, you got to process the FET paperwork. So, who will go to get this paper? If the money transferred to your account, you got to go to the bank to deal by yourself. If the money transferred to the developer's account, the developer will get the FET paper for you. Money goes to whose account? Who go to get the FET? Is that clear? Step 5. Transfer ownership. Okay, now you'll be very soon moving to your new property in Thailand. You'll be informed to prepare passport copy, immigration stamp page copy, which means you are already come back to Thailand for transfer ownership. FET paper, authorization form, in case you don't want to wait a half day at the land office to get your property deed. For the listed company, you can just authorize the seller to transfer ownership for you. No worry. What you will receive is kind of the ownership certificate. Your name will be typed behind, but in Thai. You may tell me, Mickey, I cannot read Thai. No worry, that's yours. Your name, Michael. Your Thai name will be Michael, Peter, Susan, Ahmed. Who's Ahmed? The dead terrorist. A seller will also give you the blue book, or we call it house registration book, and the key set, the entrance key, key card, mailbox key, car parking sticker, aircon remote control, etc. Your first freehold property purchasing is done. Congratulations! To be summed up, if you do it right, real estate can be one of the best investments for you. As real estate is long-term security and protection against inflation, it can be diversified, which you can live as your second home or rent out for generate passive income. There are many charming cities around the world. You have your own reason to choose to live here or there, or choosing an investment based on your own preference. I'm not saying Thailand is the best place to live or invest, but Thailand has a competitive location, abundant natural resources, modern infrastructure, and a variety of visitors. In general, it's a foreigner-friendly country. 2022 is your turn. Good forex exchange rate, good bargain opportunities. More importantly, we got to think about our asset allocation seriously.